Hey everyone, happy Monday. My name is Mitch Kaufman, as always, here helping to present Water Polo Canada's webinar series, Foundations of Excellence. Tonight, uh, happy to have Nicolas Bourrel with us, but before we get to him, first a couple of quick notes. Thanks to everyone that tuned in last week. Recognize it was Family Day in almost all of the country, so if you missed the presentation, you can catch it here on our YouTube channel as well. If you want to see his PowerPoint, or we did get a question right as we went off air last week about creatine. If you want to see a sort of fact sheet that Martin has helped put together for about creatine and powders and that, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself via email, and I will gladly forward that on to you as well. This is our third week now, so we think we're experts, but there still may be some tech difficulties. So if there are, just bear with us as you've been doing. That's been super great. As well, as you know, if you have a question specific for tonight's presentation from Nico, don't hesitate to put it in the chat. Tu peux demander en anglais ou en français, et on va répondre dans la langue que tu as demandé dans. Nico et moi, nous deux parlent français. Nico plus bon que moi, mais j'essaie. And as well, hope you have your bands or some dumbbells or something just to help with the exercises. Nico and a couple members of our women's national team talent pool have worked hard to get proper demonstrations for you, and Nico's going to lead us through that. So without further ado, I'm happy to welcome to the stream Nicolas Bourrel. Nicolas has been with our senior women's national team now for about 2 years, helping prepare them for the last two World Championships, the Olympic Games, and the Pan American Games. Nico, thanks so much for joining us. I know you worked really hard on this presentation. I'm not going to hold you here any longer. The floor is yours. Please take it away.
Thank you. Yes, I'm very happy to present tonight the foundation to perform, the foundation to progress to the high top level. It's very important to understand each step until the national team expectation at the physical level. Yes, I'm a strength conditioning coach for the national team. You listen my nice language, English language, and I'm French. I'm working a long time in France, and now I'm in Canada to support the national team. The first presentation, my presentation is in two parts. The first part is more theoretical. I will explain you the pathway, the logical for the foundation, and after we will practice together with some exercise. I have designed 3 steps until the senior age. The first step is for the 15 and 16 years. The second step is 17, 18 years. And the last step is 19, 20 years and the national team. We need to understand that there is big objective for each step. The first step is to build a solid foundation with basic movement. You don't have access to the gym. You have maybe bands, dumbbell, barbell at home. Maybe you don't have a lot of access, and for that I have designed a session very simple to build a solid foundation. At this age, you need to develop motor skills and in different direction. Unilateral step, front step, back steps, side step, with in different orientation. You need to understand the tempo. I will explain what is the tempo in strength conditioning. You need to identify your strength and your weakness and work both. And you need to establish a physical training habit. Integrate on your training some habit with your material, and maybe during the warm-up or after the session, the pool session, but you need to integrate quickly exercise. The second step you need to develop your strength first to prevent for injury. And the second objective is to improve the efficiency on the water. If you work on the gym, is to prevent injury and to work better on the water. You need to develop your skill, your motor skill in different directions is the same, like step one, and develop your power. And with plyometric exercises, like a jumping exercise, like counter movement jump or squat jump or something like that with the low body, and with exercise with projection, ball projection on the wall or on the ground to improve the power. We need to work on the weakness. If I'm too tight, if I don't have enough strength, I need to work on that. If I need more amplitude, is a good objective. And you need to integrate a gym routine. Each week you need to go to the gym. It's very important if you have the passion and the objective to go on the national team. Last step is develop strength for power and prevent injury. The objective is jump high on the water, is shooting very strong, very fast on the water. You develop quality on the gym to perform on the water. You need to optimize your movement in the water with physical quality development in the gym, power, speed, fatigue resistance. And you combine complex exercise to develop unilateral exercise, for example, just one arm, just one leg, with rotation, dissociation, shoulder and hip dissociation, and combining strength and speed. Like we are very close to the reality of water polo. In the gym, we try to reproduce that to perform on the water. This is the 3 steps. Today, I will explain the first and the second step, and we will practice just the first step. For each step, I have designed 3 levels. The first level is the technical phase. The second level is development phase, and the last level is the optimization phase. You have different exercises: the deadlift, the low body press and jump, upper body press, pulling exercise, overhead press, and core. You can succeed one exercise at the level 1, and for example, for low body press, you don't succeed the first. You need to work on this one until before going to the second level. You can have at the end different level on each exercise, and you need to complete that before starting the step 2. I have worked with the percentage of the body weight for each exercise. I have give some objective, and you can with range with the percentage of body weight. For example, for deadlift, I will give a range of, is an example, 30 to 40% of the body weight with 10 repetition is the goal. You need to work for that. If it's easy for you, you can pass another exercise, other level. This is the first step for the 60-17. You need dumbbell, bands, barbell, step, TRX or barbell, and bench. This is the first level. The first level, you have the deadlift, low body press, upper body press, pulling, over press, and core. The first exercise is a deadlift with band. I will explain after with more precision. Overhead press, overhead squat, incline bench, incline push up, inverted row, overhead press, and transverse contraction. Sorry. Up. The second level is sumo deadlift, squat with jumps, is the same, but more close to the ground. Pulling, overhead press with barbell, and core exercise. And the last for this group of age is deadlift, single deadlift banded, unilateral exercise, squat, jumps, bench push up on the ground, pulling, overhead press with dumbbell, and some core exercise with hip thrust and side plank. This is the 3 level for this group age. The goal is to accomplish, for example, for the full squat, the goal at the end of the group age is to do 10 reps at 50% of body weight. If I show you the next level for the second step, we have an increase of body weight percentage, 60% of body weight for squat. For example, we pass deadlift with bands. We pass to deadlift with hexa bar, with jumps. And if you understand, there is a progression of exercise with bands and after barbell and specific machine for to the gym, on the gym. And we try to improve the capacity to increase the strength and to combine this strength with the power. For example, we have deadlift combined with jumps. We have squat with drop jumps on the second here. And we have overhead press. Now is push press with barbell, with more powerful exercise. The last level of this group age is dumbbell clean and push press, squat with jumps, and push press with dumbbells. Okay. The idea is doing this, increasing the level of strength and the power. Now I will explain the session for today. I will give you an example of mobility and activation session. You can use that before your session on the water or after. It's very important to maintain the mobility. When you increase the volume, the training volume, the body reduces its mobility with the fatigue, and is the beginning of the injury, maybe sometimes. And for that, you need to maintain your mobility, your trunk mobility on this side, trunk mobility in rotation, your hips mobility. You need to maintain your mobility at the pelvic level and your shoulder level. I have give some exercise for the shoulder on the ground with stretch exercise, dynamic stretch exercise, rotation, arms rotation, shoulder fixation, and combine exercise, low body with upper body exercise. For the hips, exercise, rotation for the knee, stretching, and we combine with low body and upper body exercise, with core exercise on the ground. And now, I don't know if you are ready. I don't see you, but I will explain the exercise for the warm-up for today. Is the first exercise is the thoracic rotation. You can go on the ground on this position, doing 5 repetitions on this one side, 5 repetitions on the other side. The idea is maintain the core and the maximum amplitude on the movement. You can put the arms on the ground, one arm, and doing the rotation. Maintain the eyes on your elbow and looking your elbow every time during the rotation. Open book is the same, but we on this exercise, you have more amplitude. You need to maintain your shoulder and your legs on the ground and doing the rotation. Cat-cow is hip mobility. You need to push your belly button inside or outside and to maintain your mobility. Shoulder exercise is the YETW. The idea is doing that with 2-second isometric on the top of each exercise. You can do 5T, 5W, 5Y, and each time you maintain 2 or 3-second isometric up, and after you go down. W on the wall. This exercise is very important for the shoulder to improve the mobility, the range of motion, to improve the strength of your shoulder on your braking to brake at the end of the movement. For that, you need to strengthen more your external rotation of the shoulder. On this exercise, you can contract the abs, push your belly button on the wall, and maintaining your shoulder on the wall. You can start like this, doing some exercise on the back, stop 1-second isometric and come back. And when you are good, you can start to develop your arms overhead, maintaining your shoulder on the wall. Deep squat and rotation. This exercise is more complicated. You can use a little box. You can sit down on the box and doing that if you need more support. It's possible to do on the wall too. The idea is doing a stretching exercise with the lower body and the mobility exercise for the upper body. And now we combine the both. Is stretching, mobility exercise on the ground in lunge with the rotation for the upper body. The last exercise is the core exercise, is the dead bug. For this exercise, you need to maintain the back on the floor and the belly button very push on the ground, and you do movement with the leg and the arms at the same times. You alternate right and left at the same time. I suppose you have made you know this exercise, but you can use all. Sometimes you can take one for the shoulder, one for the hips, one dynamic stretch, one for the leg, shoulder, and trunk. I don't need to do all the exercise, but selection 5 exercise, and I'm doing that before my session. Now I will explain you the step 1 with more precision. 2 girls from the national team give me some times, and is Daphne and Florent. They give me time to present you some video. First level is the deadlift with bands. You have the strong bands. You can use that. You put your foot on the middle. Okay. Now I will explain the tempo. The tempo is 2 seconds to go down, 0 seconds when you are down, and 1 second to go up. I will show you another time. You can do, if you have bands at home, you take the position, step on the middle, hips on the back, flat back. You maintain your head at the neutral position, shoulder over feet, and you pull with your leg. When you go up, you can go more with more speed. The second exercise, you can do 10 repetition. Second exercise is is a sumo deadlift. Use the same band, but you have more amplitude. You need to go down and maintain the trunk vertically. When you push on your leg, you maintain your core and your shoulder very strong to push to the top. It's very important to maintain the eyes looking on the front. Don't look the ground or your shoes. You maintain the position on this. The last level is the deadlift one leg with band. Okay, on the picture there is the girl do with a lot of amplitude. We don't need that. We just need to have a good alignment to the head to the shoes, and you will work your glutes on this leg, on the leg who is working on the ground. You can choose one out of the exercise and doing. I think you are making, I wish. Back. Now I will explain the second category of exercise, the low body press and jumps. Low body press is an overhead press on the wall. It's very important because this exercise gives you the amplitude and the mobility to success a lot of exercise like a back squat, snatch, clean is very important. When you success this exercise, you can do without the wall with a band. You do overhead press with bands. You pull the band overhead press. You can do 10 reps. The tempo is 3-1-1, 3-1-1. Why? Because you take 3 seconds to go down. 1, 2, 3. You stop 1 second down and you go up 1 second. Okay. The goal is to be very close to the wall and maintaining the alignment of the shoulder. And you don't need to touch the wall, but you need to be very close. Level 2 is a squat. Back squat is the first time we do back squat with the barbell, combined with the jumps repeated. On the back squat, you maintain the hips out, back flat. You need to looking forward, foot flat, and knee out. You need to push your knee on the outside, maintain your foot flat on the ground, looking forward, and you combine the squat with the CMG, is the repeated jumps. You can use your arm to go more higher. This is very interesting to develop your power and integrate your strength on the velocity, on the exercise with velocity. The last level is the back squat, but we need to increase the body weight percentage combined with the squat jumps. Squat jumps is a jump with 2 second stop before jumping. I will show you. Down, 1, 2, and I jump. You need to stop down, go down, 1, 2, and you jump. Why? This exercise develop the explosiveness, and the counter movement jump develop the elasticity. Use the elasticity of the muscle to improve the power, and the squat jump improve the explosiveness. Explosiveness is the capacity to doing the maximum power on the short time. And you're making one jump, for example, one jump to shoot. The third part is the upper body press. It's very simple, but some athletes need to increase the capacity to fix the body on the push-ups. The first step is push-ups on the bench. Very easy, but we need to validate you have the capacity to doing 10 reps on the bench. The tempo is the same: 2 seconds to go down, 0 down, and 1 to go up. Some athletes are doing push-up with the shoulder on this position. We recommend to put the shoulder at 45 degrees, the elbow at 45 degrees from the body. Is very important, because if you use the shoulder on this position, you will work on your shoulder and you don't use your back, your lat. You need to work with your lat and your abs to maintain the movement and to push strong. The second exercise is the push-up on steps, 40 centimeters. And the last is on the ground. On the ground is the same condition: elbow 45 degrees from the body, maintain the core, and you maintain the tempo. I have put 8 repetitions. You need to succeed 8 repetitions on this level. I suppose you are doing push-ups now. Everything is good for you. Okay, a little pause. Just to know, for each exercise I give today, you need to understand you can work other exercise. For example, for push-ups, I'm not doing just push-ups. To perform push-ups, I need to work pectoral with bands. Is fly exercise or pushing exercise like that, or fly exercise. I need to perform biceps curl with bands, triceps curl. I need to maintain the position, the core position with planks. I need to work my shoulder with scap push-up. I'm using just my scap. I'm not using my arms, just my scap, and I pushing with the shoulder. And row exercise. All the exercise are helping me to perform push-ups. Don't train just push-ups. You can train other exercise to perform, to progress. For pulling exercise, I choose to use 2 kinds of machine or exercise. The TRX, you can have at home. TRX is very easy now to find, or if you have a bar or squat rack, you can use the bar at this level. I show you the video with Daphne. It's very important to maintain the hip high, glutes contracted, and the elbow is pulling at the same level of push-ups, 45 degrees from the body. You need to squeeze shoulder blade at the top of movement. And for the exercise with the bar, you need to touch the marker. I have put a band 10 centimeters under the bar, and you need to touch the chest to the band. For the last exercise is the level 3. Is more you need more strength for that, but the goal is 6 repetitions. You have the legs on the bench. Is the same. You have elastic at 10 centimeters under the bar, and you need to touch the bar and come back. To perform that, you need to improve your core. You need to improve the row exercise. You need to improve your stability. When you use your breath on this kind of exercise, every time when you push or row, you need to breathe out. When you go down, you breathe in. Very important to understand how to breathe on this exercise. I don't know if you have the material at home to do that, but it's very easy to do with TRX. If you have just TRX, you can do the same, starting on this position, and after use the legs, straight legs, and use the bench, put the leg on the bench. And after, when you have access to the gym, you can use a squat rack like this. The overhead press. Overhead press is very important in water polo because you have a lot of time with the shoulder on this position. You need to improve the capacity to push and to use on different orientation. At the first level is just using your arms, pushing overhead press with bands, and maintain the core. Every time at this level, we look the people using too much the back. It's very important to maintain the core, 50% on the abs, 50% on the back, and don't using your back on the movement. You need to perform the overhead press using just the shoulder, not the back. You need to contract the abs, the glutes. When you use barbell, it's the same. You need to push with your shoulders without using your back too much. And when you go down, you maintain the core on the good position. With the band, the goal is 10 repetition. With the barbell is 8 repetition. With 30% of body weight. For example, on this exercise, Florent are doing with the barbell, 20 kilo barbell. You can perform that very easy with 20 kilo or 30 kilo. You go progressively to perform your set. The last level is with dumbbell. Why? Because we are using at the end the arms at the we want to perform one side and one side overhead press. For that, we will work both, but we need to train with dumbbell. It's the same. I don't using my back. Is 50% with the abs, 50% with the back. I don't using my legs. I just using shoulder. And it's 10 repetition with the dumbbell. Last part is the core part. At the first level, we need to understand how to contract the transverse. Transverse is the muscle used to maintain the hips on the good position. You need to understand how to activate. For that, you need to draw the navel in the ground. You need to push your belly button in the ground and breathing very slowly. The first I show you with Daphne, you contract the transverse and you are doing a rotation on the hips. You can do the tempo is 5-0-0 because it's a 5-second contraction, 0-0. I doing nothing after, and I repeat that 10 times. It's very important to doing in isometric position, no movement, and maintaining the contraction. The second exercise is the same with the leg abs. Contraction, and we relax 5 seconds after contraction, and we push the back on the ground. The second level is core position, is the plank. You know that, I think. The goal is maintaining the alignment, shoulder, hips, and ankle. 40 seconds, and the side plank is the same objective, ankle, hips, and shoulder, and looking forward. 20 seconds per side. The last level is hip thrust. On this video movie, Florent doing with the arms on the floor, you can put the arms up. And the second exercise is a side plank with movement and more instability. You need to push on the ground with your arms and doing the rotation and maintaining the core, the alignment, shoulder, hips, and legs. If you want to perform an exercise more difficult, you can have just one leg on the ground. One leg up is more difficult. You can choose to do that. I give you the time to do if you want. On this part, core part, you need to take time on the contraction. Why is more long? Because the core progress with the isometric contraction. Is that we have make all the exercise. I have present of the exercise. I wish you have time to do. It's very quick, it's very fast, but is the we will you will have the presentation, and I can give you more information after.
Thanks, Nico.
I will go at the end. I will go at the end to give you my email if you need. Sorry. Hopla. It's good. At this point, I give you my email if you need more information, or maybe Mitch will give the presentation to the group.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Nico. I was kind of hopping on and off the screen there as you were finishing up. I showed Nico's screen there with his email. I'll put it back up here as we wait for questions. If you need Nico to go back and showcase any of the work, the movements, if you have any specific questions about the progression or anything, Nicolas worked really hard on this. I know. Special shout out to Daphne and Florent for helping him out last week with the videos. Otherwise, Nicolas and I are just going to kind of hang out here for a bit. We know there's a delay in the chat, so we're just going to kind of hold out for a couple minutes here. If you don't have any questions, as Nicolas mentioned, please reach out to myself. 1 second, I will put his presentation back up. There's his email. Reach out to Nicolas if you have any questions from him. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. In 2 weeks, we have Heidi back, and then Nicolas' second presentation was pushed until the first Monday in April, where he will be working more on, I believe it's prevention. Your second presentation?
Yeah, it's more prevention exercise for shoulder and hips, and I wish we will have more people and more comments and questions.
Yeah, definitely hope for more comments. It's tough with the new format. Maybe we'll get some feedback on that as well. But again, as mentioned, there's Nicolas' email if you have any questions. You know my email. You get lots from me probably. So otherwise, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Wish you a great Monday night, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.